Welcome to Physics Online class. Today we can learn Chapter 2 Motion. Let's see the introduction of motion. In our earlier days, we have studied motion and its types. Let's have a quick review. We can start with motion. In simple words, if a body moving is described as motion, that's all. In slightly nautical words, motion is defined as change in position of a body with time. As change in position with time. For example, when an object moving from point A to point B, it changes in position with time. We saw that time is also change along with the position. So, it is undergoing motion. What are the types of motion we have studied previously? We have seen 4 types of motion. The simplest of all is rectilinear motion. It is a motion of a body in a straight line. Example, we saw earlier in a rectilinear motion, object is moving straight line from A to B. There is other type of motion is known as circular motion. What can this kind of motion be? It is a motion of a body along the circumference of a circle. Motion of earth around the sun is the example of circular motion. Third type of motion is an rotatory motion. It is the motion of a body to a fixed axis passing through the object. This is important. The axis is passed through the object. Example of rotational motion is a ceiling fan rotating along its axis. As you hypothetical line is called axis of rotation passing through the fan. And the final type of motion is a periodic motion, which is the motion that repeats in equal intervals of time. Can you think any example of this type of motion? Any object repeating its motion in equal interval of time will be undergoing periodic motion. Assume an object is moving in a circle as it covered one round in 3 seconds. In this a periodic motion, absolutely, since it repeating this motion same part every 3 seconds, it is undergoing periodic motion. Wait a moment. Object is moving along a circumference of a circle, so it is also undergoing circular motion. What can you conclude about this example? We can say that object can undergo more than one type of motion about the same time. Here is a few of the example of motion in our everyday life. Go through them and tell me what kind of motion each one of them represent. Note that one example which also have an one type of motion. The first one is rectilinear motion. Is the core moving along a straight line? The second one is interesting most of them. Thus, it is a rectilinear motion. After seeing the straight line, which type of motion the wheel of a car moving is performing? Are they undergoing rectilinear motion or rotatory motion, or both? Since the automobile is moving as a straight line, as a wheel or undergo them both rectilinear or rotational motion at the same time. What about the simple pendulum? We know the simple pendulum perform to and fro motion. This to and fro motion repeat itself of 2 or more at a time. So it undergoing periodic motion. Now we can learn about rest and motion. Okay. Then look at this picture. Books are lying on a table. Books always at rest. Okay. So the books does not change from one place to another. Okay. That's a rest. Rest means the object do not change its position is called rest. Okay. What is rest? The object do not change its position. Look at this picture. A train stopped to move from one place to another. So, motion definition we can learn. The object changes from one place to another is called motion. Let's study motion and rest. Okay, rest means the object does not change from one place to another, but motion means the object changes from one place to another. Now we can see some example for rest and motion. Look at this picture, you can identify rest and motion. Okay, first picture, see that picture, the object always at rest. It does not change from one place to another. So this is the example for rest. Now motion picture, let's watch the motion picture. A body changes from one place to another. Next one is types of motion. First, linear motion, circular motion, oscillatory motion, random motion, uniform motion and non-uniform motion. Okay. Now we can learn these types of motion one by one. First one, linear motion. Motion along a straight line is called linear motion. Look at this picture. A car moving along a straight line. So, linear motion means straight line. The object moves along a straight line is called linear motion. Second one is circular motion. A body moving along a circular path. This picture you can see a body moving along a circular path is called circular motion. What is circular motion? A body moving along a circular path is called circular motion. Third one, oscillatory motion. Here the pendulum shows to and fro motion. So oscillatory motion is repetitive to and fro motion is called oscillatory motion. Okay, to and fro oscillation is called oscillatory motion. Fourth one is random motion. Irregular motion of a body in which the direction is not fixed is called random motion. So the irregular motion of a body in which the direction is not fixed is called random motion. Once again we can revise the types of motion. First one is linear motion. The motion along a straight line is called linear motion. Okay. Second one, circular motion. But circular motion, motion along a circular path. A body moving along a circular path is called circular motion. Oscillatory motion means repetitive to and fro motion of an object at a regular interval of time is called the oscillatory motion. Now random motion, this above three category. What are the three category? Linear motion, circular motion and oscillatory motion. This three category does not fall in this random motion. Why? Means the random motion, irregular motion of a body in which the direction is not fixed. That will be random motion. Okay. Random motion is what? Irregular motion of a body in which the direction is not fixed is called random motion. Okay. The above three category, that is linear motion, circular motion, oscillatory motion. So the linear motion is what? The body moving along a straight line. Circular motion, a body moving in a circular path. Oscillatory motion, a repetitive to and fro motion of an object at a regular interval of time. It does not fall. This three motion does not fall in the random motion. Okay, that will be given the motion of the object which does not fall in any of the above categories. What are the above categories? Straight line, circular path and repetitive to and fro motion. Okay, this question very important question. Types of motion. What are the types of motion you have learned so far? Linear motion, circular motion, oscillatory motion and random motion. Okay, with the example you learned, and this question very important, you have to learn well. Okay students. Look at this picture, the example for uniform motion. A car which covers 60 km in the first hour. Okay. Then next second hour also 60 km it covers. Then another 60 km in the third hour. So like that fourth hour, fifth hour also 60 km. Now listen, the car covers equal distance at equal intervals of time. Okay, 1 hour, 2 hours. So the difference is hour. No, 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour. So time equal. And the distance also 60 km. 1 hour 60 km. Second hour 60 km. Third hour 60 km. So like that, the distance also same and time also same. Okay, so only we are saying this as a uniform motion. So uniform motion means an object covers equal distance in equal intervals of time. Okay, what is uniform motion? An object covers equal distance and equal intervals of time. Okay, here look at this picture. A car is moving with equal distance and equal intervals of time. Okay, now can you understand about uniform motion? So uniform motion means a body is said to be in uniform motion if it covers equal distance in equal intervals of time. Look at this picture. A bus starting from one stop. It proceeds slowly when it passes through a crowded area of the road. Suppose it managed to travel merely 100 meters in 5 minutes due to heavy traffic and is able to travel about 2 kilometers in 5 minutes. When the road is clear, hence the motion of the bus is non-uniform. So, the motion of the bus travels unequal distance and equal intervals of time. Okay, so unequal distance in unequal intervals of time. So that really non-uniform motion. So uniform motion already we learn equal distance with equal intervals of time. No, so example also we saw. But non-uniform motion, unequal distance to equal intervals of time. Okay, so the definition for non-uniform motion is an object is said to be a non-uniform motion if it covers unequal distance in equal intervals of time. Now what is now your uniform motion? Uniform motion, an object is said to be uniform motion. It covers equal distance in equal intervals of time. Okay, and so non-uniform motion, an object is said to be non-uniform motion if it covers unequal distance in equal intervals of time. Can you find the difference between the uniform motion and non-uniform motion? What difference you have to find out? The uniform motion equal distance. No, so non-uniform motion unequal distance, but time same. Okay, unequal distance here, uniform motion equal distance and non-uniform motion unequal distance. Can you understand, students? Uniform and non-uniform motion. Next one is distance. See, a girl is walking on a road. So the actual length of the path traveled by a moving body irrespective to the direction is called distance. Here not mentioned any direction. Okay, any way she can walk on a road. Okay, that only distance. So the actual length of the path traveling on a moving body irrespective to the direction is called distance. The unit of distance in SI system is meter. This all of you know. The unit of distance is meter. It is the distance is a scalar quantity. Only magnitude is there. Here not mentioned any direction. So it is a scalar quantity. Okay. So the distance definition: the actual length of the path traveled by a moving body irrespective to the direction is called distance. Next one is displacement. See, look at this picture. A boy is running on the running track. Okay, different tracks are there for it. They are mentioned direction. A boy run a separate track. No, so here represent a direction. So the change in position of a moving body in a particular direction is called displacement. So the displacement has starting point and ending point is there. Which direction they are mentioning, that direction only he can walk. Okay, so the displacement is the change in position of a moving body in a particular direction. What is the unit of displacement? Meter. The distance unit same, only displacement also. Okay, so here it is a vector quantity. Why we are saying there's a vector quantity means it has both direction and magnitude. Okay, here mentioned direction, so it is a vector quantity. Now we can learn distinguish between distance and displacement. First we can learn about distance. Okay, so the actual length of the path traveled by a moving body irrespective to the direction is distance. This is the first point. Okay, distinguishing first point. Now displacement, first point. Displacement is defined as the change in position of a moving body in a particular direction. This is the first point. Okay. So the second distance, second point. It is measured in meter in SI system. Distance is measured meter in SI system. Displacement is measured meter in SI system. This two also same. Okay, second point, both distance and displacement same point. Then third point is distance is a scalar quantity, have magnitude only. Okay, distance is a scalar quantity having magnitude only, but displacement is a vector quantity having both magnitude and direction. Okay, here 3 points are there for distinguish between distance and displacement. Okay, first point, the actual length of the path traveled by a moving body both irrespective to the direction. First point, distance first point. Displacement first point. Displacement is defined as the change in position of a moving body in a particular direction. What's the second point? It is measured in meter in SI system. Here displacement is measured meter in SI system. Third point, distance is a scalar quantity having magnitude only. So the displacement is a vector quantity having both magnitude and direction. So important question, distinguish between distance and displacement. While distinguish, when we are writing, draw tabular column and you should write. Okay, can you understand, student? Distance and displacement. You can mark the question, take your book, second chapter 2. Here Rome letter 7, second question. Explain different types of motion. The question is explain different types of motion. Page number 15. Page number 15, types of motion. So the motion can be classified linear motion, circular motion, oscillatory motion, random motion. First linear motion, motion along a straight line. Circular motion, motion along a circular path. Oscillatory motion, repetitive to and fro motion of an object at a regular interval of time. Random motion, motion of the object which does not fall in any of the above categories. So these are the 4 types of motion. Mark it and learn. The next question, Rome letter 6, question number 2. Distinguish distance and displacement. Distinguish distance and displacement. This is also page number 15. First distance, first point. The actual length of the path travelled by a moving body irrespective to the direction is called distance. This is the first point. See the displacement, first point. Displacement is defined as the change in position of a moving body at a particular direction. This is the first point. Okay. Second point, the distance is measured in meter in SI system. Here also it is there. The displacement is measured in meter in SI system. Then third point, distance is a scalar quantity having magnitude only. Here displacement is a vector quantity having both magnitude and direction. Total 3 points are there distinguished. Draw tabular column and you have to write the 3 points. Students, today I mark and give 2 questions. Learn well the 2 questions. Thank you.